Hello, my name is Roy Doughty, and this is another in my series of poems called Clutter. This is number 51. The title is Footnote, and it's pretty self-explanatory. But before I start, I'd just like to say a little bit about writing a poem, what it takes to write a poem. You don't just walk up to a piano and play a piano at Carnegie Hall. It takes some practice and discipline. And I've been doing this for a long time. So, just to show you, you can't see what goes on inside of a person's head, but there's usually a worksheet like this that I experiment with different sounds and different ideas, and then it gets transferred more cleanly to another sheet, something like this, and then you'll see on this one it says typed. That means I've typed it in the computer. And at that point, I'm reading them again and again and again to myself so I can get the balance just right with the sound and the imagery and the syntax and the diction and everything that goes into it. And then I have a large file of these that I go back to and reread the poems again and again and fix smaller things. So it's a fairly involved process, and it's something that I do every day. And a poem can take hours, months, years to write, but this is the result. So this is Clutter number 51, Footnote. Do you remember your exhilaration when you first knew how the dull overcast of winter could be made warm by writing the letters S-U-N? How X could be Y in the language of dream, and how wearing shoes too large could represent your awe of your father, your extreme delight when your feet in those shoes, plus the magic of childhood, could make you the man who wore them. Now, Y is not X. Y is Y. Not the question, nor even the form of a letter, but just 3 random lines that do not move. On the other side of the mind, there is a man deemed holy, to whom all things are bliss. He can sit in a room void of light and experience joy as swarms of energy. Do you remember the exhilaration you first knew when you felt the jump of atoms beneath your skin, when the overcast of winter did not matter, and the feet of your father, upright as he lay in bed, the skin of their souls full of sores, was only a random swarming of lights, blissful to be what is in the instant that is, when father the man became only a puff of dream, a tick of speech in the language of ecstasy, or an end that begins again when a child slips his foot in the cosmic shoe.